Okay? Key ones is your SATs, okay? Your CAT average, which just a non-verbal CAT, I do take care of, because sometimes they can do it up there, they just can't get it down on paper. That's particularly boys have high non-verbal scores, but they can't actually write it down. So we might throw a bit of extra help with them there of actually, okay, you've got the nous. A lot of lads will have the nous up here and be able to work things out, but actually to write it down through poor literacy skills, they cannot get it down. So that's really important in things like, you know, mathematics, for example. They've got their mathematical skills, but they cannot understand the question enough to work it out because the literacy is holding them back. Yeah, that's why we're actually going to be giving more literacy lessons in Key Stage 3 than maths lessons next year, because you know, if you can't read the question, you've got a serious problem, haven't you? In all subjects, even mathematics, you've got to be able to answer the question. Anything else? No? Any questions about data? You all know now then what FFTD is. What's FFTD include? All right, deprivational factors. Does it really matter at high school? No, why? Why does it not really matter?
I don't know.
Say again?
The Jessen, because you're going more off Jessen.
Yeah, but why though? Why do we believe more in Jessen than FFTD? Family Fisher Trust, that stands for, by the way.
Because you're leaving out the deprivation factor and you're raising
Deprivation
the
factor implies that it's impossible because of additional factors that have nothing to do with your intelligence.
Yeah, well, it doesn't mean it's impossible. And again, we've got an example in the room. It means, but don't forget, they've done a real test at Key Stage 2. We already know, they've already done 6 years out of 11 by the end of Key Stage 2. Those deprivational factors are already factored into those results. Okay? So from that, we can then see what they should be getting. Okay? The only ones, the ones who don't sit the test, they're absent that day, and the EAL students, because obviously literacy holds them back until they've got a real hold of the language, and then they can show their real ability again. But if they've been in the school since, if they've been in primary school since they're 4 years old, that will be shown by those primary school results. Why do primary schools in leafy suburbs do far better than primary schools in Little Holton? There's got to be reasons, hasn't there? Okay, it's a fact. That's why parents know that, and they get the kids in those schools if they can. And that's why they pay 50 grand more for a house. Okay? Because that's just the way it is. Okay? Yeah?
Can I ask a question? If the Jessen score is only worked out by the Key Stage 2 added together times 2, how come there are some in here that have the Key Stage 2 results and no Jessen? Is that just because it's never been done?
Give me an example, for example.
Like Georgia Burrows' second one.
Yes, it's because she's probably new to the school, and when the spreadsheet was done, she probably hasn't started with us, to be honest, so it hasn't been done by the data team, by the data lady upstairs. But you could work that out yourself. You know, what is it? It's 5.9, 9.9. She's on about, she's quite low ability, isn't she? She's around about 20 on APS, isn't she? Okay, so you can even work it out yourself.
So which are the CAT results? Is it the ones that the ones?
CAT results are the last, you know, from non-verbal right to the end. But I only take note of non-verbal, quantitative, which is your maths. You know, so Dylan Bates there, he's particularly bright at mathematics. Look at his, you know, I do quantitative SAS average. He's particularly bright there. That shows up on his SATs results at 5.8, which is probably, I would suspect, the highest in the year. And it doesn't surprise me that his mum's a maths teacher as well. Okay, so, you know, she's probably concentrated on that at home without even realising it. Yeah, so the little thing like that, but you've got your data there. You've got to use your data to aid your teaching. It's really, really vital, and the biggest advice that I can possibly give you, and what staff always, you know, 3 months into the career, they start getting their ideas around this. You've already lost half the kids in the class. Get that data, when you get your first post, get in there and ask them for data. And don't ask, you know, schools will send me, oh, he's level 4 and he's level 3. Well, what is he, 4.9 or 4.1? I need to know, because there's a big difference to get him in the right set there, that kid. You know, so you need to know your data, you need to plan that, you need to do your seating plans based around that, to set off on that day one, because that day one is the most vital day of your career, all right, of any school that you move to. Getting them in the right place, knowing a kid and saying, I know what you are capable of, Joe Vlogs, you are capable of this, and I'm going to be aiming for this for you. And straight away, if you can tell a kid what they're able to get, they think you know them. You don't, You know quite a lot about them already, and you know their teaching and learning, you know their styles, for example, of what they'll probably be interested in. All right? Anything else? Yeah.
You're saying then about the seating plan, so would you put people together that were of a similar ability? Do you had a mixed ability in your
Not
class?
always. Not always. You might actually say, right, I want some boys who are particularly good at mathematics. We're doing something mathematical today, working with some of the girls or some of the other boys who aren't particularly good. And they can actually say to them within that group, you are the leader of this little group because I know you are particularly good at mathematics and we're doing some graph work here, so I want you to be helping the others out. And they'll be, oh, right, you know me, yeah, you know I'm good at maths, because all the other kids within the class know that. You know, and that's what you've got to remember. They all know from day one, after, 6 years old, if they're on the naughty table or they're on the stupid table or the clever table, So why hide it from the kids? Yeah, they are in the right place, So I'm saying with year 8s, who are sets 3 and 4, you are grade C and I'm going to give you one-to-one tuition because I know you're a grade C candidate even now. And they're already thanking the school because we're trying to target it at a much younger age. All right?